Hi everybody, my name is Leo and today I'm going to talk to you about the basic controls and the basics of flying with a helicopter. So why did I make this tutorial? Well, it's not actually a tutorial, more like an explanation video. Why did I make it? Well, simply because I am an FSX pilot, well, you can call it a pilot, and I was looking on the internet for finding information about how to fly helicopters. And I found that it was way too scattered and not centralized on one site or in one video. So I thought to myself, why not make my own video? And so here I am standing in front of the cam for you. So let's get started right away. A helicopter has three basic control organs: the cyclic stick, the collective lever, and the rudder pedals. So let's get started with the collective lever. The collective lever does two things. It controls the pitch of the blade and the RPM of the blades. The pitch is like the flaps in an airplane. That is why it doesn't differ so much from an airplane, a helicopter. It controls it like the flaps. So it does two things. It increases drag, but it also increases lift. So manipulating it and playing with it is very important to land and to take off safely. It also controls the RPM of the blades, so it's just like the throttle quadrant in an airplane. The second thing we have is a cyclic stick. The cyclic is more like omnidirectional joystick, like in fly-by-wire planes, like the A380, A320, you know, all the commercial airliners have fly-by-wire now. So the cyclic is, first of all, my apologies for the weird transition, but I've been having some difficulties with my camera. Its file format wasn't correct, so it could only record about 2 minutes of video. So now we're back in again. I believe I was talking about swashblade. Now, swashblade is a very tricky and hard thing to explain. I would consider it as just an ordinary plate with pylons on it. And the pylons are connected to the blades. So if the pilot pushes the stick forward, this part of the blades behind the swashblade will go up, and the part in front of the swashblades will go down. So what does this has to do with flying a helicopter? Well, it creates much pressure on the aft side and less pressure on the forward side. So it's likely for the helicopter to tip over and go forward. As I said, this is omnidirectional, so this process can be repeated in every direction. I mean 360. So that is what makes the helicopter so agile and so fast. You know what I mean. And so the last thing to discuss are the rudder pedals. These are the things with which you can control the rear rotor. The rear rotor is some of the most important things ever invented while designing helicopters. I think it was invented by a Russian guy, a Russian aviation scientist or engineer, and also the one who created the M24 Heinz. And he thought like, yes, the helicopter produces much torque and RPM, blah blah blah, and we need to fix it. We need to take countermeasures to stop the end control spinning. And so he created the rear rotor. So as you push on one pedal, the other one will go backwards automatically, and this will have an effect on the RPM of the rear rotor. For example, because this is just an example and this is not real life, if you push it rightwards and the blades are spinning in clockwise or counterclockwise. If the blades are spinning counterclockwise, yes, the RPM will lower a bit and you will turn to the right. If you push the right pedal, you will go to the left. I think that's clear. That's about everything what flying is about, flying in helicopters. So as you see, it's not that difficult, and helicopters are actually very safe and very nice to fly. So this was my tutorial explaining video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching.